Welcome back to Cozy Story Lounge. Let's continue, shall we? What's going on with Brian? Devon exhaled. Management walked in out of nowhere and told his whole department they're shutting it down. Carmen's mouth dropped. What? He got fired? Well, no, he didn't get fired, which is the one good thing. They moved him to another department. But he's got to take a serious pay cut, like way less money than what he was making, almost like an entry level. Wow, Carmen said quietly. That's not cool at all. And on top of that, Devon shook his head like he still couldn't believe it himself. The man just put his whole savings into a brand new house for his family, and they just had a baby 2 months ago. Carmen's hand went to her mouth. No. Yeah. He was so excited too. Talk about bad timing, Carmen said softly. I know. Damn. They sat with that for a moment, the weight of it settling over the room. Then Carmen looked at him carefully. Did he say anything about your department? Devon thought about it. I mean, I'm in collections. You know how it is. Our department is the one actually bringing money in, so I can't imagine the changes would hit us the same way. Carmen nodded slowly. Okay. I'm really sorry that happened to Brian, though. That really sucks. Yeah, Devon said, his voice quieter now. Me too. A few days went by. Life moved the way it does. Work, errands, evenings at home. Nothing out of the ordinary. Until it was. Devon came through the front door in the middle of the afternoon, and the look on his face was something Carmen would have recognised anywhere if she'd been there to see it. Heavy, turned inward. The kind of expression a person wears when they're carrying news they don't yet know how to say out loud. He was glad she wasn't home. He lowered himself onto the couch and closed his eyes, not really sleeping, just existing somewhere quiet, before the conversation he knew was coming. 30 minutes later, he heard her key in the door. Carmen came in with a few bags, moving with the casual energy of someone returning from ordinary errands on an ordinary afternoon. She didn't notice him right away, and when she did, she stopped. He was stretched out on the couch in the middle of the day, which wasn't like him. She set her things down and walked over to him. She looked at his face for a moment, then leaned down and pressed a gentle kiss to his forehead. Hey, baby, she said softly. You feeling okay? What are you doing home so soon? Devon opened his eyes and looked up at her and sighed. I got laid off today. The next morning, Carmen rolled over to find the other side of the bed empty. She lay there for a moment, listening for sounds of him moving around the apartment. But the place was quiet, in a way that told her he was already gone. She reached for her phone and pulled up his name. It rang through to voicemail. She lowered the phone and was about to set it down when something in her call log caught her eye. A number she didn't recognize. She stared at it for a second, then decided to leave it alone. Probably nothing. She padded to the bathroom to wash her face, and that's when her phone started ringing from the bed. She walked back over and looked at the screen. Same number. She answered. Hello? Hello? May I speak with Carmen? The voice was smooth, careful, too careful. This is she. May I ask who's calling? A pause, and then a shift in tone. Warmer, like whoever it was had just decided to stop pretending. Hey, baby. You don't know who this is? Carmen's brow furrowed. Devon, is this you? Stop playing around. Do you still go by Caramel? The room changed. Carmen went completely still. That name. She hadn't heard that name in years, and there was only one person in the world who had ever used it. The voice clicked into place before she even said it out loud. Sergio? She didn't sit down. She stood in the middle of the room, one arm crossed over her chest, every part of her already closed off. How did you get my number? Come on now. His voice carried that same unhurried ease she remembered, like he had all the time in the world and always had. You know I always find a way to get in touch with you. What do you want, Sergio? I want to see you. That's not happening, she said flatly. So don't even waste your time. Come on now. I thought we were better than that. The sound she made wasn't quite a laugh. It was the kind of sound a person makes when they are thoroughly unimpressed. Please. We're not? We're not better than that, Caramel? Do not call me that. There was a brief pause, and when he spoke again, his tone shifted. Softer, more deliberate, like he was choosing his approach carefully. All right. Look, I'm only in town for a little while. I go back to Houston in a few weeks, and I just wanted to see you. I was hoping we could meet up, catch up a little bit. No hidden agendas or anything, just talk, or maybe grab a drink. Just two friends enjoying each other's company. Carmen's jaw tightened. She let him finish, and then she let the silence sit there just long enough to make her point before she made it with words. Sergio, clearly I haven't contacted you in years. That's because we have nothing to talk about. So don't call me ever again. Lose this number, because the next time, my man will be the one who picks up. She hung up before he could respond. She stood there for a moment, the phone warm in her hand, her mind doing things she didn't particularly want it to do. Then she heard it, the familiar sound of a key sliding into the front door lock. She moved fast, pulled up her call log, found the number, deleted it, and was back under the covers with her eyes half closed by the time the door swung open. Hey, baby, she called out. Where did you go? I didn't even hear you get up. Devon's footsteps came through the entryway and into the bedroom. Carmen pushed herself up onto her elbows and looked over at him. And that's when she noticed he wasn't moving the way a person moves when they've just stepped out for coffee or a morning walk. He was standing still, holding something in his hand, a piece of paper. His face had that same look it wore 2 days ago on the couch. Devon held up the document. It's finally here. Carmen sighed heavily, wondering if things could get any worse.